Hello everyone, Penny here. Welcome to day 7 of Meeting God in the Garden. Our scripture comes from Galatians chapter 6 verse 1. And is a verse in the Bible, especially from the King James Version. It reads, Brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual, restore such an one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted. It is a collection of religious texts in Christianity. This verse is taken from the King James Version and encourages those who are spiritual to help someone who has made a mistake in a gentle and humble way, while also being aware of their own vulnerabilities. I have chosen coloring pages for you today. Don't forget about the scavenger hunt, right, as well, for from the introduction. So there is a scavenger hunt. That was from the introduction, so don't forget about that. So let's look at verse mapping, Galatians 6, chapter 1. Let's do some verse mapping. It says, Brethren, do not be overtaken in fault. Ye which are spiritual, restore such one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, at least also be tempted. Okay, so you have to forgive me. I'm up early, so if I'm yawning, I apologize. Alright, so tempted. I'm going to do a stone. Because when Jesus was tempted in the wilderness, he was, tempted. I'm going to draw a stone. Alright? And I'm going to start writing the scripture in the stone, correct? Okay, so here we go. Here's our scripture. Now, I'm looking for anything that I need to define. Okay. We could define overtaken. So let's look at the word overtaken. We can define overtaken and see what it is. When we're defining words, I would like for you to look into the King James dictionary, the Bible dictionaries, and things like that, and then draw your own perspective and your own conclusion, because being overtaken can mean different things for different people. Okay. You could also define restore. You could also do restore if you wanted to. So there's several words in here that we could absolutely define. Okay. Considering is another one that we could define. All right. Now let's look for a group of words. Okay, so let's look at this one. It's not a representation, but it's a group of words that mean something. And a fault, right? There's something about the group of words that in a fault. What does this mean to you in a fault? Okay. And then there's another one you could say, which are spiritual. If you don't know what that is, you could look that up. We already did restore, so let's underline that one. Underline considering. Okay, so considering thyself could also be one as well. And it's okay if there's some that fall into both categories. It's totally okay. So let's do considering thyself. Okay. Now there's one blue one here that I think I'm going to do. Spirit of meekness. I want to underline that twice. Spirit of meekness. I want to know more about this, right? When there's a faith and health connection, because this is a spiritual faith and health. This is a faith and health connection here. Spirit of meekness. What else did it say? Spirit of meekness. Okay, so I need to know. So this is more of a paraphrasing. It's a group of words that needs to be, it's like it could be a metaphor, it could be a simile. So spirit of meekness. This could be also our faith, health, and health connection, because if we're not meek, meekness to our health means things, not being meekness, right? So I'm also going to circle this as a faith and health connection, right? Okay. And it says, lest thou also be tempted. You can look up what the word tempted means if you want to. And things like that. So what does it actually means for you to be tempted? How does it apply to you? Okay. So let's do the tempted. How does tempted apply to you? What does it mean to you in your life? How can we make this into apply? How does it apply to your life? Right? So this is what we can do, and then I cannot forget the cross-referencing here. If there's any cross-referencing that needs to be done in commentaries or lookups. Because the Bible itself will cross-reference, right? It'll call it from New Testament to Old Testament. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed this. I'm going to fill in these things here. And then that way I'll have my whole verse mapping done. I hope you watch the other videos. I hope you enjoy this. Stay tuned for the next one. Have a wonderful and blessed day.